Your future-proof advantage isn't doing more work. It is doing more meaningful work. I'm going to give you a framework that makes these 5 skills practical and memorable. Curiosity, courage, creativity, compassion, and communication. I'm going to show you what they look like in real workplace scenarios so you can start practicing them immediately. Curiosity. You're an analyst. Your manager says, summarize why sales dropped last month. You use AI. It gives you a clean answer. Sales dropped because marketing spend decreased. Curiosity says, wait, what assumptions is this making? What data is it using? What did it ignore? AI, say either to yourself or to the AI, show me your sources, show me the constraints. What other explanations could be true? The curious employee finds that sales didn't drop everywhere. It only dropped in one region because of inventory issues in that region. That is not summary, that is a diagnosis. In this case, curiosity has turned AI output into real insight. Scenario 2, courage. Courage is speaking up when silence is easier. Your team is about to ship a feature, then a client update, or maybe deploy a change. You notice something risky, security gap, or compliance issue, or a timeline that doesn't match reality. Most people think, oh, I don't want to look difficult, so I'll just let it go. I'll just keep quiet. Then courage says, pause. Here's a risk, and here's the mitigation. You say something like, quick flag. This could create risk XYZ if we shape as is. The impact could be XYZ. Can we either add this mitigation XYZ or adjust timeline to mitigate this risk? You see, that one flag saved the team from a costly incident. Courage doesn't make you annoying. It makes you trusted. Courage is a career accelerator when it's paired with solutions. Creativity is not an art. It is improvement. Creativity in this AI era is the ability to redesign work so outcomes happen faster. Everyone on your team is using the same AI template to write reports. So the output starts to look identical. Same structure, same tones, same generic recommendations. The creativity in you says, let's redesign this workflow to save 20% of our time and increase quality. Instead of using AI at the end, only to write the reports. You use it earlier in the process to clarify the problem, to generate possible options, to create a decision memo, and then you add your judgment. You know what that does? You become the person who builds the new team standard. A cleaner process, a faster turnaround, and better decisions. Creativity turns AI from a tool into a system. Compassion. Compassion is not softness. Compassion is leadership. Because when people struggle, AI can't read the room. AI can't protect morale. AI can't build trust. A teammate is missing deadlines. Their attitude is off. Quality is slipping. Most managers jump straight to, you need to fix the performance. But compassion says, what's really going on? And how do we support performance without crushing this person? Here, you say something like, hey, I've noticed you've been under pressure lately. Are you okay? What's blocking you and what support would help you deliver? Sometimes it's skills, sometimes it's burnout, sometimes it's just life. Compassion helps you diagnose the real issue so you can fix the performance and protect the relationship. Compassion builds the kind of culture high performers don't want to leave. Communication. Communication is the final mode because AI can generate words, but it can't create alignment. After a meeting, everyone leaves with different opinions, different interpretations. One person thinks the deadline moved. The other thinks priorities have changed. And that's how projects fail quietly. And communication says something like, quick recap. Decision is this. This is why it matters. Next steps, so. And this is the owner and the due date. The person who creates clarity becomes the person's leader's trust. Clarity is leadership, no matter your title. All right, now that you understand the 5 C's, here is the cost of building a human moat. You don't grow the skills by watching videos, really. You grow them by reps. So I'm giving you 5 simple drills you can use starting this week. In real meetings, real emails, real moments at work. Think of these like career workouts, small reps, big results. Critical thinking drill. The first is a critical thinking drill. 2 interpretations plus recommendation. This drill trains you to stop being a reporter and start being a thinker. Most professionals will say, here's what happened. Leaders want to hear, what does it mean? And what should we do? Deal with data, a problem, or a decision. Respond with 1. Interpretation A, interpretation B, your recommendation plus Y. An example scenario, manager asks, why are customers complaining more this week? Your response, 2 possibilities. The product changed and created a confusion. Support response time has increased due to volume. My recommendation, let's check the latest release notes and compare the ticket categories. If it's release related, let's publish guidance. If it's volume, then I think we should adjust our staffing. Your value isn't what you know. It is how you think under uncertainty and pressure. Now to the second drill, communication drill. I call it 3-bullet executive summary after meetings. This drill makes you instantly more valuable because meetings fail when nobody creates clarity. After every meeting, send a 3-bullet executive summary. Decision, meaning what we agreed on. Next steps, what happens now? Owner and deadline. Who does what by when? Example, decision. We are prioritizing Project X this sprint. Olu drafts the plan. Sarah confirms the resources. Olu delivers by Thursday. Sarah by Friday. Why this works? It reduces friction, it prevents rework, and makes you look like a leadership material. To the third drill, compassion drill. Name the emotion, name the next step. Compassion isn't being nice. It is being effective with humans. When someone is frustrated, defensive, or overwhelmed, you don't argue with emotion. You acknowledge it and move forward to a resolution. Here's how you do it. Name the emotion you observe without judging. Name the next step forward. A teammate snaps at a meeting. You say, oh, sounds like this is frustrating. Let's clarify what's blocking us and agree on the next step. Or maybe a stakeholder is upset. Oh, you say, I hear the urgency. Here's what we can do today. Here's what would take longer to accomplish. People don't calm down from logic. They calm down when they feel understood. Now to the fourth drill, adaptability. AI is changing workflows constantly. The adaptable person becomes the person everyone depends on. When a new tool rolls out, maybe it's an AI assistant, it's a new dashboard, it's a new ticketing system, do this. Learn it just enough to be useful. Adjust your process. Document what changed in a simple 1-page guide. An example, here's a new AI workflow I used to draft summaries, verify sources, and format outputs. Now, you are not just adapting, you're leading change. Leadership drill, which is the fifth one. You facilitate clarity when others are confused. Leadership is not a title. Leadership is what happens when things get unclear and someone makes it clear. When discussion is messy, use this. Let me summarize what I'm hearing. We have 3 priorities, A, B, and C. The open question is, can we decide the next step? And who owns it? This drill makes you the person who stabilizes chaos. And that's what organizations promote. If you practice these drills for 1 week, you will notice something. People will start trusting you more. And that's how human skills become leverage. In the next video, we'll flip the script. You'll become the AI power user, not a prompt hobbyist, but we build workflows, verification habits, and an AI portfolio. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and share this channel with anyone you think can benefit from it. I'll see you in my next video.